Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Brady, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, now Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Surveying the field. Going for the deep ball. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. The rookie 5th-rounder Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run again here with West. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Smith, caught. Kelsey, left side. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here, the NFL on EA Sports. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again is Smith. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Brandon, I think the NFL in recent years made an absolute brilliant tactical decision, and that was to move a lot of the divisional games to the end of the year in hopes that it would mean something. And, remember at that time it was, hey, we don't want people to rest players down the stretch. Well, I think it's worked brilliantly because we've got some big-time games potentially showing up here at the end of 2016.
Adds intrigue in some big games. Intrigue also, though, because even if you've got two teams that maybe are having bad seasons, they're usually rivals, and that helps at the gate.
It certainly does. Helps in a lot of ways, even if you're not playing for a playoff spot. As you said, if you're a rival, it still gets the interest of the fans.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They do go for it. It's Brady, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Charkandrick West, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Charles, I have to bring up something you told me about last week. You often find hidden talents with a lot of these guys in the NFL. And Baltimore kicker Justin Tucker, he's a heck of an opera singer, and he's very good at singing some holiday tunes, isn't he?
He certainly is, and when he sings, he captivates you. Because I've actually seen him on video in the tails, right? I mean,
and Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
After the run, Smith going to throw. They complete it to Hill. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's got time in the pocket. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there. Smith to Macklin. And even 40 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, partner, recently we've had a lot of MVP discussions. Here's the thing I wanted to ask you. A guy like David Johnson having a great year, but his team's below 500. Should he be able to win the MVP award?
Personally, I think so. I think what always hurts a guy like David Johnson in that position is if you have other people having monster years as well. So for a lot of voters, the tiebreaker is who's having a better team season. And that's what ends up eliminating guys like David Johnson, despite the year he's having. In any normal deal, David Johnson would be one of the top 2 guys for the MVP race.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Again, it's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. After the interception, here's Smith. Look left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So the offense has it 1st and 10. first down throw. It's Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Play clock winding down. Back to throw, Smith. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Throwing again is Smith. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Long able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 23. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Brady sets up the screen to Lewis. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
On 1st down, Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the interception, here's Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A gain of 6 there on first. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On first down, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and now it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Deep drop. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Now Conley's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing now, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Fresh set of downs here.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side.
And Smith saw something he didn't like. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Kelsey out in the slot right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's Hill, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. And he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this